on the field and scored a touchdown, and I was just blown away by the fact that he decided to do prevent defense on a 4th and 6 whenever we stopped him, 3 times, had him down to 4th down, and the crowd was rocking, and we were ready to stop him, and then, we just trot out there with 3 linemen and stuff. Sorry about that. But, I don't know. Very upset, and it was just a pathetic showing by our defense, mostly. I mean, our offense was decent. We should be able to win when we got that many yards or that many points, I think. I just wanted to say that. That was like the last play I noticed that we could have saved the game if we played, rushed a little bit of people, try to pressure the quarterback a little bit maybe. I don't know.
Listen,
I just wanted to call and say that.
Anthony, I can hear the frustration. I appreciate the call. So you want Nikki's homeboys, huh?
Yep. Sorry about that.
Appreciate the call.
It was awesome. 13 minutes in. Nice use the jump.
Nice friends you got there, Nikki.
And, the mean streets of Silver Creek, Indiana, baby.
Okay. So,
hey, texter 494, go listen to Pratt Nissel.
Y'all be careful with Steve today.
We start 6 minutes. We start 6 minutes late. We talk for 5 minutes about Marcus's. We're going to talk about Marcus's son and my NFL team. Listen, go listen to Pratt Nissel. Go listen to Matt Jones. Okay. We do a 2-hour show every day. We're going to talk football.
We will talk football. But I want to clean my plate because I don't want this in the back of my mind while we're talking all this football.
Yeah.
I want everybody to know, first of all, be careful with Steve today.
Yeah.
Be careful.
Yeah. Today's a day like I will block y'all's asses. Like I'm not playing. Like
be careful.
I'm not
we are 9 minutes into the show. I've already had to use the dump button, and you've already taken runs at 2 texters.
Yeah. Listen.
And we haven't even gotten into it.
Like
we're barely finishing the warm-up process.
Look, I'm not dealing with this crybaby stuff today. Like just not.
And Steve came in here very fan-centric.
Yeah. No, it was.
Yeah, very fan-centric.
Yeah.
Okay.
For the fans.
I like spicy Steve. I got to be honest. One of my favorite flavors.
And let me do this really quick because we're going to talk all this football stuff today, but I want y'all to understand the perspective that I'm going to be talking from today is from I've been kicked pretty hard this weekend, right?
Mm-hmm.
My football game didn't go like I wanted it to go, right?
Mm-hmm.
Actually, at the 1 minute and 4 second mark, life was perfect on a Saturday.
Right.
It was 1 minute and 4 seconds. Life was good. It was 1 minute and 4 seconds left in the third quarter, Steve. Life was great. And I've been getting kicked ever since the 1 minute and 4 second mark. All leading to a culmination of Marcus Maben watching it was 2 minutes to go.
Oh, you want to know what's even more funny? 6110. You can't text anymore. Well, that's done.
3 texters.
Yeah. Look, that's the guy that said, didn't I publicly support Amy McGrath and called me a fake conservative the other day, and then just being a jackass today. So guess what? You can't text anymore. It's been a good run.
2 minutes to go in the game, Steve.
Yeah.
3rd and 10.
Mm-hmm.
The Vikings are on the 20. Got 80 yards to go. Detroit desperately needs a turnover. It's 9-16.
Yeah.
Steve.
Fair.
They run it out to Jalen. Big ass tight end comes out there to kick block Jalen Reeves-Maben. He holds up the blocker, right?
Yeah.
Running back comes over there. Jalen sheds the blocker, reaches up, locks the running back up. He waits right until to make sure he has the tackle secured when another guy comes help, snatches the football from another grown man. I saw it with my own 2 eyes. His mom's calling me. I'm watching. He snatches the football from another grown man running back. He goes to the ground and they say the Lions have the ball on the 20-yard line because of the fumble. The tackle / forced fumble / fumble recovery by Jalen Reeves-Maben, Steve. And then they scored. They scored, Steve. The Lions scored. And guess what they did after they scored, Nikki?
What's that?
They went for 2. And they got it, Steve.
I know.
It's less than a minute to go. And the Lions scored and went for 2 and were up 1.
Amazing.
Off of the fumble recovery /
Amazing
tackle
play
that Jalen Reeves-Maben forced.
Amazing play.
In a clutch situation.
In the post game, the coach was in tears referring to a play Jalen made. Just awesome. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. I love you and you love me and we're good friends. And I know you. And look, let's just go.
How could y'all lose that game?
I know.
You took the lead with less than a minute. Dalvin Cook wasn't in the game. How could y'all do that to me? How could the sports gods do this to me, Steve? Haven't I tied long enough to deserve better out of the sports gods? That was his play.
Yeah.
The coach
It was
cried.
there, man.
Nikki, have you seen the press conference?
Oh no, I didn't realize there were tears shed.
Dan Campbell
was
crying when asked about Jalen Reeves-Maben. He goes, he says something like, awesome play. And then Nikki, he does the pause and looks up in the air and goes, I mean, and then goes on with the rest of his conversation. That's how gut-wrenching that is. A coach in his 5th game, Steve.
Yeah.
He doesn't know that through 6 degrees of separation, he's cursed through us, Steve.
Yeah.
Dan Campbell he doesn't understand. He's like, no, we did enough to win.
Yeah.
How do I lose a 63-yard field goal to the Ravens?
Yeah.
And then turn around 2 games later.
Yeah.
Turns around, Steve.
I know.
And lose to another record-setting field goal.
I know.
That's impossible.
I know.
That's literally impossible. It happened.
It did.
I watched it.
I know. I'm sorry. 494. It's fair enough. I appreciate you.
When you see your players give all that they have and you lose that way,
Jalen.
it's tough.
Yeah.
You don't want that for them. So, but we'll be better for it, And there again, credit Minnesota, but
play that one more time.
I want to ask you.
Well, play that one more time because what he said is what I feel like with our fan base. Almost exactly.
Wait, did I send you that?
No.
That's what I was going to send you.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, no, you didn't.
Yeah.
Okay, that's definitely where we're going.
I was going to ask Nikki to play that and see what you thought about that.
Oh, no.
Yes.
Okay. Oh, no, that's I was going to say. Like, what he says right here is what, like, I literally feel like this about our fan base.
When you see your players get all that they have and you lose that way, it's tough. You don't want that for them. So, but we'll be better for it, And there again, credit Minnesota, but we made the one mistake that cost us, and so ultimately, we didn't do enough to win. But I was proud of them, and I love the fight they have in them, and I love the grit.
Yeah. So, Steve, you okay with your coach crying during a press conference?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah.
I like Dan Campbell. He's so just Dan Campbell.
I know.
Like he's like a cartoon character, but I
He
like him.
cares.
Yeah.
He cares.
I know.
Who got somebody online?
Oh, yeah, we have Frank.
Frank, thanks for joining us on 93.9. What's on your mind?
Gentlemen, that was classic. You know what? But that's what we need to see out of our coach. You know what I'm saying? And Marcus, I know, you told me not to feel bad for you last week, but sir,
Yeah, I don't feel that way anymore. I feel bad for me.
I mean, took the empathy going towards your way. All right. Now, let me say this real quick, and then I'm gonna hang up and listen. I enjoyed your midnight podcast on Saturday. I think you responded to one of my questions as far as what is the priority for the bye week. My thing is that our coaches, defensive coordinator as well as the head coach, needs to accept some responsibility for this colossal meltdown on Saturday. Because one of the key key moments of the game was when we had the ball, fourth quarter. I think Malik ran for 9 yards, so we had 2nd and 1, 3rd and 1, and of course 4th and 1. Now the punt, we had a punt because it was 4th and 1, and we on a 29-yard line. But 2nd and 1 and 3rd and 1, one of those plays should be a pass down the middle, or at least a short pass. We were doing that all game long, and they was expecting to run. So why not fooling with the pass? So we play more not to lose. The defense, it is what it is. But the thing about it is that I ain't gonna say Virginia didn't beat Louisville. Louisville gave that game away. So Rummage, I hear you, sir. I was looking at your Twitter page. This is unacceptable, and I feel bad for the kids. I feel like Dan Campbell felt for his players. That's how I felt for the kids this past Saturday, because they're going to do what they told to do. But man, I'm telling you, this is killing me. We should be 4-1 instead of 3. I'm sorry, we should be 5-1 instead of 3-3. I'm out. Thanks for taking my call.
You know what Dan Campbell did? He went for the kill.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, Dan Campbell got in position to score and went for the kill.
Yeah.
Scored it and went for 2.
Yeah.
That's why he cried.
Yeah.
Because he knew he went for the kill.
Yeah. Yeah. No, he did everything he could.
We're going to talk about this. There are different ways to approach. You can go program. Okay, because this week in covering Louisville sports, we can separate the topic of program, and I want to stay compartmentalized, right? Because today is game centric. Let's establish that today is game centric. This morning is game centric. What do you think about the game? The decisions that were made. Again, don't go program just yet, because again, I don't want to end up at emotional conversation. You know what I'm saying? I want to grassroots build up this conversation. So I'll start the conversation right here. To Frank's point, they deserved better. They deserved a better result. The Louisville football players deserved a better result out of the effort they gave. I'll start the conversation right there. 8150 93.9 is the number. 3831 93.9 is the text line. I will say this. I will jump ahead of it. I do not blame the defense in this game for the loss in particular. Now, if you want to have the conversation with me about philosophy, I say yes. The defensive philosophy is to blame for this game. Big picture. But the game, if you say, okay, this is this defensive philosophy, it's like, listen, if a coach is a fast break team, you don't get here and then ask him to do something else. You say, okay, I have a coach who coaches fast break basketball. Yeah. That's his style. This coach, he normally does the 3-man rush, the 8 guys in coverage, and all that good stuff. There's a big problem in what happened. Big problem was Steve, Marcus watched a coach put 4 on the line, put 4 or 5 on the line. Steve and Marcus watched from the press box 4 men get pressure on the quarterback. Right? Mm-hmm. So we saw the ability to play some defense.
Yeah.
For 3 quarters. Actually, 2 quarters and how long is each quarter? 10 minutes? Whatever. I don't want to do the math. But we watched some plays of a good traditional defense. But we also watched some turnovers, and we watched opportunities to go for the kill shot. Those opportunities weren't taken advantage of. We saw it with our own 2 eyes. Mm-hmm. Today, we're not going to be able to narrate what we saw on the field. So we're going to leave it football centric today. One of my favorite callers, Kendra, thanks for joining us on 93.9. What's on your mind?
Hey, good morning.
Good morning.
So I just wanted to say, I totally agree with you in terms of the players. I really feel bad for those players. They played well enough to win. They did win. They played well enough to win. I mean, they did everything, that's been asked of them, and their coaches failed them, But it just makes it tough when you play good enough to win and you lose for things that are out of your control or out of their control. You know what I mean? You would think that, but I don't know. I just don't understand how a coach can sit on the sidelines and see the game slipping away, see your lead going, and you just sit there and let it go, without trying to make any adjustments. Go back to what you was working in the third quarter. Or it's just tough to see you. And I just, that's what I hate the most. It was just, they played well enough to win. They really did. There's enough talent out there to win. I just think they need proper coaching, proper play calling, whatever. But there's enough to get the job done. They
Yes.
had the job done. So that's all I had to say. Y'all have a good day.
Yes, I appreciate the call. Here's the thing, Kendra. You know exactly how this happened. You know why? Because you saw it before. And what Marcus MwMM did is gave benefit of the doubt, because I respect how tough it is to coach. I talk to coaches. Every time I talk to somebody that I know can play, that has made a transition into the coach's world, I am like amazed at the teacher. I am amazed at the coach, the energy they pour into preparing a kid, all week, game planning. I am like, Marcus MwMM values the job of a coach more than anybody probably. Marcus MwMM
Jimmy
gave Coach Satterfield the benefit of the doubt in the game, the Florida State game. I said, hey, when you have a big lead, this is the time where I have to teach my players, we got to be able to run the ball. Mm-hmm. We have to be able to run the ball.
Yeah.
Right? Because even then, in the back of my mind, I said, Marcus, maybe he just gets a little tight and doesn't trust his coaches, or it doesn't trust his quarterback, doesn't trust the play calling. Maybe he's still a little shell shocked from last year's turnovers. That's a possibility.
Yeah.
But Marcus said, no, he's just trying to teach his guys that it's important to finish. Mm-hmm. It's important to finish with the run. But I watched the play calling, and I watched a very subpar.
Yeah.
Very subpar. Because I could even excuse listen, man, Florida State athletes start stepping up. You give them life, they step up. That wasn't Florida State athletes on the other side of it. That was selling out on the run. That was their coach saying, guys, I know this guy. He's going to pucker up. I know this guy. Mm-hmm. Guys, I know this defense. We've ran 80, we've ran 60 plays going into the last couple of drives. We've seen every defense they got. They're gonna rush 3. We're gonna be able to move the ball. Keep your head in it, y'all. This is how they do. This is how these coaches coach. They coach not to lose. I'm telling y'all, just keep on sticking to the script, sit in that pocket, double up every rusher. Don't let them near the quarterback. They won't even call holding. When you rush 3 guys, referees are not going to call holding. If it's 2 against 1, it doesn't matter. Y'all can get away with holding. So quarterback, you sit in there and listen, they're going to be staring at your eyes. Find the holes in the zones, let it rip. I'm telling you, it'll work. We watched it. They watched it. Steve and Marcus sat in the press box. When the University of Louisville ran a play to the right side, probably about the 10-yard line, maybe 5-10 yard line. We were on the 5 or 10-yard line, Steve.
Mm-hmm.
You and I both knew it's going to be that long corner route to the other side of the field.
Mm-hmm.
We watched it 3 years in a row.
Right.
Same play. That play didn't have a shot.
Mm-hmm.
We knew the play.
Right.
The coaches that scout this know the play. You put Malik you put him, that play call right there said, you put Malik Cunningham in a position to be held responsible for losing this game. I wouldn't trust you if you call that play right there. 5-yard line, you're going to throw a corner route to the open field against man-to-man. If that quarterback of that corner from Virginia was just semi-aware, he picks that, and we're talking about Malik Cunningham. Steve, you and I both knew this play was coming. They had to know that play was coming. He throws a pick 6, and we're saying same old Malik.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of saying, this was what I was hoping for. This was a coaching staff error that failed the players.
No, I agree. I mean, the defense for the most part, I think you had guys
2
making
picks,
some
you don't
plays. Lose. Yeah, Malik was good. I thought he was good.
He was accurate.
Yeah, he had a good game.
Decision making.
Yeah.
No turnovers.
Yeah. It's
you took it out of his hands.
Yeah, it's just strictly at that point coaching.
They showed up to play.
Yeah, if you're Yasir Abdullah and you're like, I've got to the quarterback multiple times this game, and you won't let me rush in the fourth quarter.
A defense that gives you 2 interceptions, Steve. What do they talk about all offseason? Turnover battle. You get 2 interceptions, right?
Mm-hmm.
No turnovers out of your quarterback. Your wide receiver had a fumble, but the way they were moving the ball, you weren't even mad at the wide receiver because you're like, no, we can score on them all day long.
Yeah.
You prepared these kids and you got a lead and you stopped. And again, I don't want to even take my brain into the psyche of the kids who are running up and down that field, putting up numbers and having that taken out of their hands.
Yeah.
And then lose.
Mm-hmm.
And then you got to go home and watch what you watched.
Yeah.
For the rest of your day.
No, absolutely.
Who do we have, Nikki?
Jimmy,
thanks for joining us on 93.9. What's on your mind?
Hey, good morning, guys. Well, you basically hit all the right notes, Marcus. A lot of the things I was going to bring up. You're 100% right. The defense, were they perfect? No, but they created 2 turnovers. They were on the field for over 80 plays. They did enough. That's just all there is to it. And I'm not saying the offense didn't do enough, because for the most part they did. They were just put in some bad spots by some not only some play call, just, bad decisions, but just bad decisions, period. Couple times we should have passed when we ran and vice versa. But ultimately, I think you're speaking volumes when it's real obvious. The other coach, he put the ball in his quarterback's hands and said, go win the game, go make the plays. We didn't do that enough. Our guy was 17 or 25, no turnovers. He only ran the ball 6 times. He's our best player. Go let him be the best player. End of story. 2nd and 1 was 30 to 27. We're at our own 34-yard line. We run the ball twice. One of those 2 plays has got to be a run. One of those 2 plays has got to be an option for Malik to pass. Whether he passes the ball or keeps it himself, keep the clock running. He ought to be smart enough to understand that you can't throw a pass there unless it's going to be a completion to keep the clock running. And then on top of that, 4th and 1 on that same drive, we take a delay of game for absolutely no reason. We're not lined up to hard count. We had 3 timeouts. At the very least, you could have took a timeout and thought about it. And then the next drive, after Hall breaks off the run, we're 20, 30 yards out, whatever it is. Again, we run the ball with our backs. We don't give Malik any chance to throw the football until 3rd down. One of those 2 plays on 1st or 2nd down on both of those drives, we got to put the ball in that man's hands and say, go be the playmaker you are. You're our best player, and we didn't do that. That's just soft, inexcusable, and, that's probably the reason we get the result that we did, when that's really all it comes down to. Their quarterback made plays, and, of course, we're sending 3, and, we can argue that as well. But I just felt like their coach had more trust in their guys to go get the job done, and we didn't. I guess his philosophy is, we should be good enough up front to run the ball on those on those possessions and those situations, and maybe we should, but we weren't. And we're not good enough to overcome certain things. But I think Malik is, and I criticized him as much as most anybody did last year, turning the ball,
we all
the ball over. Right. But at the end of the day, he kept going back out there because he's our best option, and he's arguably, top 3, 4, 5 quarterback in the conference, whatever you want to call him. You got to you live and die with the guy. That's all there is to it. And if he makes a mistake, then, so be it. But I'd rather him make the mistake than watching, the same thing. And like you said, the other guy on the other side, he like the other 35, 40,000 of us that are out there well, they're probably going to run the ball, sell out on the run. And sure enough, that's exactly what happened. And here we are looking at 3-3 when we should be 5-1. And I'll tell you another thing that really bothered me. I don't want to go too far down this hole because, this game was 2 weeks ago now. But the Wake Forest game, 3rd and 3, right after Malik comes off the field, he loses his helmet. Conley comes in, and, I've heard that he audibled out of it or whatever. 3rd and 3 at midfield. That was the time to run the football, and Conley throws a 1-yard pass, not even past the sticks. That was the time to run the ball back-to-back down. You get a first down there, you're 17-10 with the ball. That completely changed the game. Just so many just coaching decisions that are just, what are we doing out here?
Jimmy, I appreciate the call. I didn't like the Conley play. You're right. I did not like the Conley play. I'm like 3rd and 1, and you throw a man. But like I said, again, I prefaced this entire
Jeffrey.
I prefaced the entire conversation with I respect the difficulty of the coach more than anybody. Like I said, it's one of the jobs that, like I said, I was raised, Marcus, you can do anything you want. You can be anything, you do anything. Not a coach. Just not a coach.
Fair enough.
I knew I couldn't be a coach. With that being said, I got eyeballs. And I saw what I saw.
Yeah.
Who do you got? Sorry about that, Jeff.
Jeffrey.
Jeffrey, thanks for joining us on 93.9. Fire away.
What's up, fellas? How's it going?
Good.
So,
could be better.
Yeah, it could be better.
So looking at this thing, it was beyond frustrating. I mean, you look in the 4th quarter, Hassan Hall busts a 53-yard run. 53-yard run. We're playing against the worst run defense in the league. We're in the 4th quarter. We then go and run 3 straight plays up the middle. And Satterfield says he's trying to make Virginia use all their timeouts. They use all their timeouts. We take a 40-yard field goal. You get one more first down. That game is over. We went from, I'm not even kidding, we went from a 96.7% chance of winning the game with 2 minutes and 22 seconds left in the game, and we lost. It was, you go down the field and just try to run the clock out, and you're purposely not trying to get yards. You're trying to move over a little bit to put your kicker in a spot to kick a field goal. Get the first down. Wear the timeout. I mean, we had 4 receivers on the other team with 60-plus yards passing. We had 2 receivers with 100 yards receiving, We had 3 receivers with 9 catches apiece. This is just this little zony stuff, I was there for the alumni game with all these defensive greats and all these guys, and everybody's all excited to be there, and then just crushed in the fourth quarter. Like, what in the heck is happening here? We look at all this stuff and we're like, you look at the game, less than 4 minutes to go, Virginia punts from its own 34. The game should be over there. Take a long drive. But no, we don't. We get one big play and then we're like, okay, let's just bust 3 big plays. Take all the time. Get a delay game. I don't care. Do whatever you've got to do to get yards. You get 9 yards and stop. It's unbelievable, and everybody can blame it on the defensive zone, the whatever. It's the all shucks mentality. I say it all the time. Scott Satterfield reminds me of Sheriff Andy Taylor, where he's just everybody's buddy, wants everybody to be happy and do the right thing, but he ain't never going to be aggressive. He ain't never going to go and do what he needs to do. Get rid of this 3-3-5 garbage prevent. Put in a 4th guy so they can pass rush. God bless, they threw the ball 60 times, and all 60 times he threw the ball, I think he only had you had a few sacks on the guy, but that whole fourth quarter there was no pressure whatsoever. Flip it up, bring a corner blitz for God's sake, and surprise the guy. The offensive line knew what was going to happen the whole time, because guess what? When you got 3 defensive guys and they are busting their butt to try and get down there, each one of them is getting doubled and triple teamed. They're out of gas. And the other team,
who's Andy Taylor?
Andy Griffith, man.
Fair enough.
But you look at it and it's like, what on earth is going on? And before the game, we're out there with all the other players on the field. You got Tyrus McLeod getting his jersey honored. You got Tom Jackson busting the bell thing. You got all these great defensive guys there. And then you watch a game where our defense just bend doesn't break the whole time. We scored 20 points in the third quarter. They scored 21 points in the fourth quarter.
No.
You're like, how does this happen?
Jeffrey, I appreciate the call. I get what you're saying. We could go play by play the entire game, but again, game centric narrative. Did the coach
rain?
Did the coach get tight, Steve?
Listen, I know my feelings on all this, so I'm just.
But again, if you leave it in this game,
it's hard to do. It's hard to do that. But in this game, yes, he got tight. Yeah. He lost the game.
Did you say rain? Rain, fire away.
Yeah, this is Wayne. Good morning.
Oh, Wayne.
How you doing?
Wonderful, Wayne. How's it going?
I don't know, man. I've replayed the game. But the thing that concerns me the most is why we are so conservative. I believe in continuing to. I just talked to Nick. Keep the foot on the gas. Keep pouring it on, and we slow. And the thing that got me, and I know that the game was slowed down and got conservative. They had almost 90 plays to our 62.
I know, Wayne.
So
I know.
That tells you right there. You had it going, so you keep on pointing it on. You don't slow the game down, and looking at that, they didn't have a run game at all. So you just allowed them to keep on passing. You knew what their strategy was, but you have to counteract that. Do what you do.
Right.
Louisville should have scored at least 50 points on that team, at least.
They,
at a bare
they
minimum.
scored 3 points from the time I left, Steve.
Mm-hmm.
3. Wayne, I appreciate. Go ahead, fire away.
I was just gonna say that there was no excuse for that loss. I just can't fathom it. I thought it over and I looked at it and replayed, and I just didn't see it. You know, you already get over 30 points and lose. No conservatism. He needs to revamp his strategy, and I'll tell you something else that would help. He needs to get a coordinator. Too much going on with him. Let that man do the plays. You know, you trying to oversee everything, and you're missing things, and that was a big one. When they get almost 90 plays, all they doing is passing the ball. And you don't react. You don't do what you need to do. But as always, Marcus, Steve, and now Nick, you guys are the best, and I appreciate you.
Wayne,
I'll take care.
Wayne, I appreciate the call. And again, I'm not saying that the offense wasn't great for 3 quarters.
Mm-hmm.
It was great.
Yeah.
Like I said, the predictability, that's kind of what I'm stopping you from doing.
Yeah.
I'm stopping you from going big picture.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to, at least.
Yeah.
From going big picture. Like I said, me criticizing the predictability of that play is it's kind of big picture. You know what I'm saying? Because again, they moved the ball. It worked. The offense was rolling. So philosophy is what we're
Joel.
Philosophy is what we're disappointed in over anything else. Joel, thanks for joining us on 93.9. What's on your mind?
What's up, fellas? Yeah, that was brutal. You know, Scott Satterfield, man, like I said weeks prior, man, I'll always have a good spot in my heart for the UCF win. But, you know, it's hard. You know, I listened to Drew this morning in Perrin, and he brought up a question that I thought about him, and it made me think. It makes sense, but you know, I think about just kind of like the future, right? Like to me, that game Saturday.
Joe, I don't want to do that today. I didn't want to go. I want to keep it at the game.
Well, okay, we'll keep it at the game. But real quick, that game Saturday, what it reminded me of, I don't know if anybody else had brought this up. It reminded me of Bobby Petrino's last year when we had FSU beat all the way to the end of the game and then lost it at the very end. And after that game, I know everybody said Bobby Petrino quit on that year and, you know, all this stuff happened. I get all that. But after that game, to me, that's when he lost the locker room. These guys aren't dumb, man. These kids in this locker room that Satterfield has, they're not dumb. And that's the type of game where you look at and Joe,
I got to stop you there. I appreciate the call. Joe, I got to remind you though. You know what Bobby Petrino did? He went for the kill in that game. He went for the kill. Mm-hmm. He went for the first down with a pass. Mm-hmm. We threw a turnover. He went for that one. We got 2 more calls. I'm gonna try to catch our real.
Jeffrey.
I'm sorry about that, Joe.
Jeff.
Getting behind. Jeff, fire away, my man.
Hey, what's going on, Marcus? What's going on, Steve, man?
What's up, man?
Here's my little situation, man. We planned the Gatlinburg trip this past weekend, right? And I'm sitting there like, man, do I really care about this game or what? So last couple weeks, I got excited about University of Louisville football. So we get down here. I'm trying every damn thing in the world, excuse my language, everything in the world to find this game. So I missed the first half. So I said, look, I got on YouTube. And somehow somebody had the game live. I don't know how they did it, but it was the game, and they had comments you can make comments. It was a bunch of Virginia people talking a bunch of crap. But here's the thing: the game I watched was with no commentary, which is silent. I'm like, oh my god! So somebody put a comment on, said we can watch the game on was it Heart something? But anyway, I ended up watching it. I listened to the game on my phone, watch the game on my laptop. So I get excited. I said, "Oh my God, look at what we're doing! We went up like three touchdowns." Mm-hmm. And something back in my mind listen to y'all two. Last week, he's gonna take his foot off the throat. He's gonna take it off, and I be dang, that's what he did. And I'm like, oh, I'm losing my cotton picking man, trying to get the game, and with the sound on the same level. It's like 30 seconds, 10 seconds. I got it to close. I'm like, are we about to lose this game? We up. And all I kept thinking was about y'all two saying, Satterfield, don't take your foot off the throat. Don't do it. And that's what killed me about that whole game. Because the way the quarterback played, we got receivers, we got to run the game. You can't tell me you couldn't get first downs after first down. He need to get a playbook from Tampa Bay. Look at my man. He gets first downs after first downs. And guess what? You look up what? The game is over. The game is over.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Oh, okay. I appreciate the call, Jeff. I got to move along. I'll try to get our last caller out here. And I didn't see the trick play. I didn't see the
Jackson.
Second. So, usually we get one.
Yeah, sure.
Where was my reverse? Where was my halfback pass? Where was my running back, pitch? Especially over committing defense. Coach, you always give us a game-breaking trick play where you go for the not go for the kill, but when you get stagnant, you hit them with the trick play.
Mm-hmm.
When they get predictable. I never saw it. You were looking at the finish line, just trying to protect the ball till you get to the finish line. Last caller for the hour. Who we got? Jackson, fire away, my man. Yep, fire away.
Hey, thanks for taking my call. Wow. First for Steve, how about them Cowboys? I got to start off on a positive note because I've just been frustrated all weekend. I'm just like all these other Cardinal fans. It's just, I want y'all to apologize to Malik because, I've been saying this for years. Malik's not the greatest quarterback, but he's not as bad as we thought. This coaching staff, it's the play calling. Play calling makes and breaks quarterbacks. And we have seen when the play calling has been diverse,
Malik is playing better football. He's a better player than he was.
But last year, though, you have to admit, last year, how many times did we live in third and long? I said this last year. I said Tom Brady can't live in third and long all the time. It's just the play calling. And I was so glad y'all brought up the fact that they ran the same play 3 times. I'm sitting there at the game when they ran that play, that short side of the field, little zone read 3 times. First down, first time, 4 yards, second time. And I was like, I know they're not going to run it a third time. And sure enough, they ran and they jammed it tight. And it's just, those things frustrate you. Because he'll run the same play on a run play 3 times in a row, but he won't pass it 3 times in a row to save his life. So I don't know if this guy is afraid to beat teams by 3 touchdowns, 4 touchdowns. It's like it's a crime for him. I don't get it. But it shows that these kids are pretty good ball players. Because I think they do well in spite of the play calling, not because of it.
Listen, I appreciate the call. Malik is playing good court. He's playing good football. He has gotten better. And again, I give the coaches credit for moving the ball, putting up offense, but it maybe just at some point the complimentary element versus the attitude, what I'm saying? Listen, emotions are part of the game. Play calling, pressure. This was the best example I could use. I did it this weekend. Talked about taking a test, taking a standardized test, ACT, SAT. When you first take it, there's pressure. Sometimes your pencil breaks. You got to handle the pressure. You got to handle pressure. You got to answer these questions. You're worried about the time limits. You're worried about the phrasing of the questions. Am I reading it right? All these things.
Mm-hmm.
You take the test 3 times. You're getting your scores, but you know what to expect. Now, imagine like if you're Coach Brown, imagine if you've taken the test 80 times. The time clock in your head. Everything, about how to, you don't panic, you don't have any pressure on you, you get better at taking this test. That offense got to see our defense 80 plus times. You can't keep stopping a team 80 times over and over again, especially trotting your defense out there and my offense is not putting the ball in the end zone. That's as deflating to a
Good morning. I'm Nick Valvano, the Sports Center update brought to you by Baptist Health. Don't let joint pain get in your way. Take Baptist Health's knee and hip pain assessment today. BaptistHealth.com. Cards, they were up 30-13 heading into the fourth quarter against UVA this weekend. The Wahoos then scored 3 touchdowns to win 34-33. Malik Cunningham threw a score to Tyler Harrell. Hassan Hall with 165 yards on the ground and a score. Post-game, Scott Satterfield pleased with a more balanced attack in this defeat to UVA.
They did a good job. Again, it's our first back, I think, to rush over 100 yards this year. And, we want to be more like this. I think more balanced. 270 passing, 233 rushing. I think that's a lot more balanced offense. And that way they can't just defend one thing, or just Malik. It was nice to see other guys making plays. That's certainly a positive as we head to the bye week.
Cards enter the bye week 3-3. On the Kentucky side, they handle LSU at Kroger Field 42-21. QB Will Levis with 5 total TDs. Cats, they've moved up to 11th in the latest AP poll. They open up as 22-point underdogs for their upcoming game against top-ranked Georgia. WKU, they lose a track meet style game 52-46 to UTSA. On the pitch, Lou City wins their second in a row over the weekend after defeating Sporting KC2 by the score of 4-3. Boys in Purple next in action Wednesday when they take on Memphis. Racing Louisville, they fell 3-0 to the Washington Spirit. They're back in action Saturday when they take on Orlando Pride. And in the National Football League, the Bengals, they fell to the Packers in overtime 25-22. Titans, hey, we're legal. How about that? The Titans, they beat Ence's Jags 37-19. Tonight, Lamar and the Ravens face the Colts with national coverage courtesy of Westwood One beginning at 8 on ESPN 680 105.7. And the Ravens coverage beginning right here at 8 on 93.9 The Bill. More Middays with Marcus Baby next. This is SportsCenter.
The best patio in our area is at Union Restaurant and Game Yard, just across the walking bridge in Jeffersonville, Indiana. Union Restaurant and Game Yard is 4 seasons of food, drink, fun, and games for kids, adults, and dogs. Union Restaurant and Game Yard is a perfect place to watch games featuring fire pits, 4 separate bar areas, all types of innovative games to go along with a creative food and drink menu. Come on out to Union Restaurant and Game Yard just across the walking bridge in Jeffersonville, Indiana today.
An official broadcast partner of the University of Louisville, WLCL Sellersburg is 93.9 The Bill.
There are jewelry stores, and then there's Genesis Diamonds, the cutting-edge industry leader, the pioneer. It's no secret that jewelry stores across America watch what Genesis is doing. Genesis was the first to offer a free lifetime warranty, the first to offer a 110% diamond upgrade guarantee, the first to offer aggressive long-term zero-interest financing. And Genesis is always on the cutting edge in design and fashion. The styles other jewelers say are new and exciting were new and exciting for us 4 years ago. Genesis has the fashion-forward brands other stores aren't even allowed to carry. It's no wonder you see jewelers from other cities coming to Genesis to see what we're all about, and even buy their wives' jewelry from us. For selection, quality, service, warranties, and guarantees, Genesis leads. Others follow. So for diamonds, engagement rings, exclusive designer jewelry for any occasion, don't compromise. Come to the jeweler that sets the industry standard year after year. Genesis Diamonds and pre-owned Rolexes in Louisville on Shelbyville Road.
Now that sports have officially kicked off, there's only 4 things missing from your playbook. 4 pegs. Looking for great smoked wings? 4 pegs. Looking for juicy barbecue and award-winning chili? 4 pegs. If you're just looking for some cold crab, tap, can, or bottled beer, 4 pegs. And the best part about 4 pegs is it's right around the corner at 1053 Goss Avenue in Germantown. So you better get over there fast because the word is spreading. And while you're over there, be sure to ask about their food truck and other catering services.
Today's moment in pedestrian history from the Kentucky Office of Highway Safety. July 16th, 1969, Neil Armstrong becomes the first pedestrian on the moon.
But if you're a pedestrian here on Earth, be visible with brighter reflective clothing. Use sidewalks and crosswalks. Pay attention and stay off the phone. It's one small step for man, one giant leap for pedestrians. Walk safe, Kentucky.
Basketball is back, Card Nation, and we can't wait to welcome you back home to the KFC Yum Center. Don't miss out on the season-long family fun and unbeatable value of Louisville women's basketball season tickets. Secure your seats for all 17 home games, including marquee matchups against Kentucky, Notre Dame, and Florida State. Season tickets offer you the best seats and big-time savings over single-game tickets. Explore options, flexible payment plans, and get more information at gocards.com/WBB tickets. That's gocards.com/WBB tickets.
I'm former Louisville basketball player Luke Hancock. When the NCAA tried to take away the Most Outstanding Player Award from the 2013 tournament, I got it back thanks to Morgan & Morgan. Morgan & Morgan is the personal injury firm that fights for the people, and their team treats clients like family. Morgan & Morgan changed my life, and if you've been injured in a car crash, at work, or in a slip and fall, they may be able to change yours. For a free consultation, dial #LAW on your cell phone. That's #529, offices Louisville.
At Kroger, fresh groceries are our thing, so we check your delivery order for freshness at every step from farm to store and pick and pack every veggie in your free pickup order with care because we treat your food the way we'd want ours to be treated. We're fresh every day, so shop anyway. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Free pickup on orders of $35 or more. Restrictions may apply.
Join us October 13th for our in-store and online hiring event. We've got immediate openings, benefits, and more. Register today at jobs.kroger.com.
Hey guys, golf season is back, and what better way to celebrate than with a round at Wooded View Golf Course and Driving Range in Clarksville, Indiana. Located just minutes from downtown Louisville off Veterans Parkway and I-65, Wooded View is convenient and affordable. Looking to have a company outing or event? We can do that too. Stop by now and check out our newly renovated bunkers and tees, as well as our new craft beer selection. Schedule your tee time today at woodedviewgc.com. Again, that's woodedviewgc.com.
What do you call a group of friends who wear the same jersey for good luck, no matter how old it is, and who support their team through thick and thin, week after week, as if the very season depended on it while drinking Miller Lite? You call it Miller Time, all football season long. Here's to the original light beer. It's Miller Time. Celebrate responsibly. 2021 Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Football's in full swing, and about the only thing more popular is securing a great rate on your home loan. Whether it's a new home or refinancing your current investment, Century Mortgage is your team. Our commitment to personal local business drives us to deliver exceptional service to our clients and community. At Century Mortgage, you're meeting with people who live here, work here, and like you are invested in this community. Let us, your neighbor Century Mortgage, take care of funding your most important investment, your home. Let Century Mortgage be a part of your team. We're here to get you home. Visit CenturyMortgage.com to get started today. Century Mortgage Company is an equal housing lender, NMLS number 26988.
Download the ESPN Louisville app. Search ESPN Louisville for streaming, podcasts, and the latest program schedule.
You can text other shows still, just not this one.
It reminds me of the Process. You remember when Process had the cheer coach on?
Oh, yeah, that was a long time ago. What was the fallout from that? I remember there's a bunch of crap going on.
I won't revisit it all the way, but the song he played was "You Got a Gun on Your Waist."
Oh God, that's right.
Yeah.
Oh my, and then it was just like click.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's right. That's right.
Yeah. Just I'm like Nikki, like, geez, Nikki, like.
Yeah, I promise.
Yeah,
like
you just happened to play no.
The second it went no, I saw both your guys' faces light up, and I was like, "Oh crap!" They think I'm saying no. I promise. It was about the text line. Sorry, everybody.
Okay, so Steve was a good sport in the first hour. He gave y'all every opportunity to keep it game centric. Steve obviously was protesting the game centric conversation. So, Steve, where do you go from here with the football conversation?
Well, it's here's the thing that sucks.
You're starting to feel like there's a ceiling.
Yeah. Yes. You start to feel like that. It's like there's
style.
Yeah. Like schematically, like that there is an issue.
Let me try something. Let me try to set it up.
Okay.
And you grab whatever tentacle of this conversation you want to go.
Okay.
Because I think we all kind of agree here. Stylistically, we're worried that we see a ceiling. Through our recruiting, through our okay, put it this way. Sometimes we had a conversation where you say, okay, it doesn't matter what the truth is. It matters what people believe is the truth.
Yeah.
That's why I am the way I am on the radio. It's important to say, okay, this may or may not be true, but if the people don't know it, that's why you pay PR. That's why you do that, because the people have to know what's true. And right now, there's a narrative. We'll just call it
Ben.
There's a narrative that, okay, I watch this football. I watch the tough, undersized, like the caller said, 3-3-5 mix and multiple Ds and this kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
In our minds, that's always going to be a trickery scheme, you know?
Yeah.
Listen, you don't have to do that here. We've watched football for 15 years. Nobody with trickery schemes wins consistently here.
Right.
We fired Third and Granthams for doing that trickery stuff. You know what I'm saying? So but 3 years in, we got to weigh more. Like, okay.
Yeah.
I'm kind of just explaining the big picture ceiling that we're scared that we're seeing.
Mm-hmm.
I can't have people thinking that we're not keeping our local talent along with, the ceiling. Local talent, ceiling of the thought of lack of creativity. Because lack of creativity says, I cheer for my team, but I'm not going to see anything to grab my attention.
Right. Sure.
I'm going to watch the same 8 plays out of different formations.
Yeah.
But we're not going, like, I don't have any freak athletes. Got some speedsters, but nothing, what's going to get me to the game now?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If I'm a consistent 6-win, 7-win, and I'm doing it with players from Georgia and Florida, and there's a sacrifice, Steve. When you go say, oh, my recruiting hotbed is Georgia and Florida, it's a sacrifice you make, because now you're not exciting with those Georgia, Florida guys. Well, hell, I got some guys here that can run.
Yeah.
I got some. The reason the guys at Male maybe are not getting national attention is because they're 2 inches shorter, but have all the talent in the world.
Right.
So the guys, like I say, you're getting some dudes, but they better be some damn good dudes if you're going to bring them in here. And I'm going to watch this brand of football, of trickery defense, and like I said, the same 8 plays.
Yeah.
Listen, I don't like this making this criticism, because I understand the coach says, Marcus, I'm putting up 400 yards. Then Marcus has to be the guy, but but there's a ceiling. You'll never beat these teams consistently with this formula.
Yeah.
Yes, I can. Yeah. Virginia can say we put up 600 yards. I'm not going to beat anybody of note. So just the feeling of seeing a ceiling maybe is the scariest thing. Does that?
Yeah. I mean, to an extent, my other thing is really the reason why I have a hard time just kind of like breaking the game down from Saturday is, I guess, being there and being down there with the fans. And I went down there and watched the last little bit, and like, this fan base has been through so much over the last 5 years, just an insane amount, more than I think any fan base has really ever dealt with. And listen, I saw it Saturday, and I've heard it today on the phone. The problem is I watched people leave that stadium when that field goal missed. I watched and I walked out of that stadium with hundreds of people saying, I don't even care. I don't even care. That was walking out of that stadium was a bunch of fans going, I don't care.
But they didn't feel like that going into the game.
No.
That's why they were there.
Yeah, right. Well, that's why the amount that was there was there.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like, and I commend those people for being there. Absolutely. I think it said 40,000 is what they announced, but it's just that you just haven't 3 years in sold anything, and we're trying. That's the thing. Like, okay, like other radio shows, whatever. Okay, you're gonna and now they want to fight. Like I was in the back and process, like everybody back on the side of the field train. Well, yeah, but you're not a fan of anything, dude. Like, you know what I mean? Like you don't cheer for anything
except the Eagles and acrimony.
No, he don't cheer for the Eagles. He just like talks about how bad they're going to be.
Nikki,
like
I've heard him tell me every coach on the planet sucks, right? So the other day I asked him, I said, what coaches do you like? What coaches do you like? Process. You want to know what Process answered?
Chip Kelly. No, I'm just kidding. Definitely not Chip Kelly.
You want to know what Process answered?
Who?
I like Nick Saban. No, I'm sorry. It was either Nick Saban or Bill Belichick. And I was like, oh yeah, who else? He said, Phil Jackson. Now, you know what? Thank you for your answer.
I was hoping to hear Scotty Bowman.
Get
all the great all-time winning
Bill
coaches.
Belichick and Phil Jackson is who Process respects as a coach. I'm like, okay, yeah. So there's no pleasing you.
But here's the thing. So what I'm saying is like, okay, yeah, you can laugh at Louisville fans for being excited after wins, like Florida State stuff. They're putting their best foot forward with this staff. Like they're trying to support. You had 40,000 out there, and I'm not sure the product deserved 40,000. Like, and it's they haven't just
okay. So when you say product, you say because I do want to give credit for 3 quarters. You and I looked at each other and said,
"No, I'm saying as a whole."
Okay,
I'm saying as a whole.
Okay.
Yeah,
I get
yeah. You whooped up. Virginia sucks. Like I don't know what to say. You're going to play one team worse than Virginia, and that's Duke. I mean, now don't get me wrong. That's why we were happy. You're doing what you should do. You come in, you're beating up on a Virginia team. This is what you should do. Beat them up. Go get their quarterback. Go do this, and then we'll build on
beat them up physically too.
Then I'll live if you go to NC State and it's like, it's a good game, but you just had a little much. You play Clemson, it's a good game, you had a little much, but then you win some of these games. But as a whole, like the product does not deserve that. And here's the thing: after Ole Miss, people were angry. After Virginia, they're not. They're not. It's just, look.
I think they're frustrated.
I mean,
they're frustrated.
Maybe, but they're just done. And you're not selling us anything. And like you said, I mean, I can go back to what you're talking about. I can go back to the local kids that are, I mean, when I got to get on Twitter and I've got to see a defensive lineman, I don't care if you don't think he's good. Other people do. He's at Kentucky this weekend. He wants to come here. He's at Kentucky this weekend, and they'll probably take him just for the heck of it.
No. Yeah, just on principle.
Yeah, and it's like,
and put him on a commercial.
I know, and it's like, why? Why are we? Mel's got a receiver going to Wisconsin. He's good enough to play for Wisconsin, but he's not good enough to play here. Like, what are we talking about? Manuel's got a running back. Like, let's go get and I'm not saying recruit all local kids. I think, I understand you're not going to build a team off that, but that's at least something that would sell. Okay. Because what happens
that's the point you're making. Yeah. Like
I can't watch or hear about a Kentucky game and you're like, oh yeah, JJ Weaver's awesome. Oh yeah. Where'd he play? Yeah. Moore High School. Where's that at? Oh, 10 minutes from Louisville, the campus. I mean, it's like you're not. And here's the thing. I'm going to be aggravated if you're losing them. I'm really aggravated if you're just choosing not to take them. And there's a lot of kids that have just been, it's a choice to just not take them. And it makes no sense. Now, okay, that's just one thing, but it's just the whole, as a whole, I'm not going to go back into the divorce thing, but I mean, I said it earlier, like, it's like, we're trying to make this work.
Yeah, the complementary element between the complementary agreement between your football program and the fan base, and the style of play. It's just not like they're not complementing each other.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I mean, that's important, when it's important when you're trying to,
what I've had like 3 people text me and say Jason Ince has been making fun of me. Like, if Jason Ince has something to say to me, he has my phone number. So I don't know what's been said, but like, I don't play that game. So like, yeah, if there's something that you need to speak to me, you have my messages. Like, I don't follow you on Twitter, bro. So like, you know what I'm saying? So like, I don't see anything he says, but I don't know what the Chris Hatfield discords is. I know who Chris Hatfield is, but like 3 people have said that. So like, if y'all want to get the message to him, if he has something to say to me, he's got my DM, or I'm in this building all the time. So I would love to hear it. Yeah,
he can pull up.
Yeah, so we can do that anytime he wants to have that conversation.
Nikki, have you decided to just stop typing in names?
Kind of forgot that thing was pulled up. My bad. Yeah, you got Ben.
Were you feeling left out? Ben, thanks for joining us on 93.9. What's on your mind?
Hey, what's up, guys? Great show as always. Man, I just got to hit on some points, man. We got to stop being around the bush. The defense is awful. I mean, that's the reason why we lost Saturday. And I think the bigger issue is that we're in a position now. We're in the middle of the season. This ain't the NFL. We fired our defensive coordinator. I mean, we're not gonna get any better. It's probably not gonna get no worse, but it's kind of, we got what we got. So now we get through all year 3, and defense isn't any better. We get a new coordinator next year. He's not going to come in and, be great.
So what's your solution?
Really? I mean, at this point, I think we're stuck with what we got. I like Satterfield. I don't love him, but I don't think he's, the next, Charlie Strong or anything. I think we got what we got. So if we're going to stick with Brian Brown, and he's not the league when Satterfield leaves, I think next year we're gonna suck on defense again. You're not gonna come in and change the defense in just 1 year. It's not gonna happen. So that'll be year 4 with the same things on the field happening. What do we do then? And my biggest gripe with Satterfield, man, is that this is the same defense we've been watching in the past 5 years, even before Satterfield got here. So yeah, if you look at the stats, we probably should have won that game. But you took your foot off the gas, clearly, and started going conservative, when you got a defense that can't stop a running nose. So you got to keep going hard, man. Everybody that was watching that game knew they were going to come down the score. That quarterback threw 500 yards on freaking everybody. It ain't just Louisville. He threw 500 yards against everybody. So I'll hang up and listen, guys. Love the show.
Listen, Ben, I appreciate the call. Again, I am always going to ask, give me a solution as well. Like I said, if it is what it is, if it's a vent session, say it's a vent session. When we watch the defense, I disagree as far as blaming the loss on defense letting you down. I think the defense made enough plays, like you should, against a Virginia team. They had the interception, they had the turnovers, they had the sacks, they had the pressures, they played well enough. We stopped scoring. We just stopped scoring.
Yeah.
Mike, fire away. Mike, fire away.
Oh?
Yep.
It's on you.
Okay. I couldn't hear you. Anyway, my 3 brothers from different mothers that I love. Shout out to Brian Hall. Still love you, brother. Coach Satterfield, I don't know what's going on with him, but I got a suggestion. You have to have a set of testicles to play football sometimes, and I know they have women's football teams and stuff, but a set of balls would be pretty good, and you cannot be a coward. If you're a coward, You're just a coward, and you cannot. You got to be brave. You got to pass the ball. Number 8, hey, he's the fastest dude on the team, and he's supposed to be faster than Tutu Atwell. He's got 2. He caught the ball 3 attempts at it, and one he went for almost 100 yards. You know, other one maybe he dropped or whatever. But where's the jet sweep? Where is some kind of creativity to get that ball into his hands and let him go with the burners on? I don't understand it. I don't know if the receiver was hurt or something, but he's the best player on the field besides Malik, and he doesn't get the ball. And I keep looking. I said, "Where's number 8 at?" No, he's not out there. Where's the blitz at? No, there is no blitz. Where's the passion? Because my throat is still sore from Saturday. I left it all on the field. Got it all but a bleeding heart. And I got nothing. Got a loss out of it. Thank you, Coach Satterfield. If you don't change your ways, you're going to be gone real soon, brother.
Listen, I appreciate the call. Yeah, like I said, I did expect to see a couple of trick plays thrown in there. You know, like I said, you got stagnant, man.
Yeah.
You got really stagnant.
No, I know. And that's what I'm saying, man. I mean, you listen to these calls, it's getting, and I know it's bad for sports radio, so it's not something I want. I mean, it's not something anybody wants, but you listen to these calls, it's getting very, same old thing. Just, I mean, rush this, don't do that. Come on, man. It's getting very, and like I said, that's horrible. That's a horrible thing for sports radio, but it's even worse for a coach because
it's worse for sports radio hosts.
Yeah.
Is it Walter? Well, Walter, fire away.
Hey, man. Am I the only one that's depressed? Come on, guys. I mean, I've been listening to y'all for a long time. Y'all a little too positive about this. Man, hey, look. I was sitting here yesterday and I was thinking about the old Bobby Petrino and Charlie Strong. And, what happened to the players, we had that would eat their own shoe to go out there and just run a team down, We didn't think about, we get so many points and we're going to pull back on the range, I'm trying to, get a grip with this coaching staff, but, man, Satterfield, he's a little too good at two-shoe for me, man. we need
wait a minute. You ready for him to get his hands dirty now?
He should have been got his. Come on, let's be honest. Out of the 3 losses, I could probably forgive the Ole Miss loss, but the other 2 we done had, and it all boils down to coaching. And I just feel that he doesn't have the killer instinct that this team needs to get over the hump. We can't keep putting ourselves in a position to win and then pull back on the reins and say, "Oh, we're gonna try to hold this out and we're gonna win." No, man.
No, Walter. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I'm sitting out at Mama's Barbecue on Hurstbourne. I ain't watching the game. We go up 30 to 13. I'm like, we're gonna kill them. We're gonna kill them. I'm sitting there watching this game just go away, and I'm asking, what are they doing? What's going on? Am I the only one in Louisville that's depressed right now?
No. Listen, Walter, I appreciate the call. Walter said he's ready for them to get their hands dirty, Steve.
Yeah.
Is it time, Steve? Like, yeah, I want a dude on my campus. Like, yeah, I don't know how we got him, but I'm ready for a couple of them.
Oh, yeah.
I feel you, Walter.
Right.
Because, okay, which player on our team, Steve, do you feel like, okay, there has to be a player on our team that you say, okay, if there was a player that was got in an unscrupulous manner, who would it be?
What do you mean, on the team now?
Yeah.
Probably Monty. I don't know.
That's a terrible question.
Yeah. I was gonna say probably Monty. So
who we got? Jerry. Jerry, fire away.
Gentlemen, how are you?
Good.
Good. You know, am I disappointed that we lost? Absolutely. But I'm encouraged by what I see from the players who they don't quit, they try. And that mentality is coming from our coaches. So I'm not mad at our coaches. I'm not mad at the team because everyone's saying, oh, this is his third year. But wait a minute. It is his third year, but he got here late. So the recruits that we got his first year aren't the recruits that he would have gotten if he could have gotten here early to go out and meet with parents and players to get them here. Second year, COVID hit, so he still couldn't go out. Everything was via text or phone call, so he couldn't go into the homes then either. This year is really the first year they can really go out, hopefully, and sit down and talk to parents and players. So the players that he has, I wonder how many players are starting from his first year of recruits. You know, I would love to know how many players that are literally starting from his first recruiting class. You see the young man who plays defensive end from Florida, was it 97, I think it is, young man, as strong as an ox.
Ashton.
He's a fresh Ashton. He started. You know, that's the one he really had the opportunity to recruit. So the guys that are out there, they're giving it their all. But again, what are these the actual guys from his first recruiting class that really would have been there? I mean, so I'm encouraged. Everyone's so upset. I see a don't quit attitude in our guys. Yeah, we lost 2 games that I think we should have won, but good night. Really look back and look at how we got here. This man came in with a group of young men whose heads were down because of Bobby Petrino. You know, there's no confidence. They're ready to leave. He brought him up. He gave him that hug that he's always talked about. I'm excited about the future. Yes, I'm pissed. Of course, no one wants to lose. That was a game we should have won. I believe that as well. But, you know, stop looking at the glass half empty. I think we're going to be all right.
Jerry,
thank you for your time.
Absolutely.
And go Cards.
Jerry, I appreciate the call. Yeah, I do appreciate the call.
All right.
I'll say this. I get the point he's making.
Yeah.
But it's also like the players that he still has been working with these players for 3 years. We thought our guys would be a lot bigger by now. You know, we thought our line would, you know, you've had your hands on some, you know, offensive linemen. Our defense, our defensive line should look a lot more like our offensive line. You know what I'm saying? Like with your weight training program.
Yeah.
But again, if you're just going to be locked in on all speed, that's one of those other things that we start feeling like it's a ceiling. Who got next? Who's your
looks like Dana.
Dana, fire away.
What's going on, Mark? This is Steve.
What's going on?
You know, I didn't get to watch the game until late. I watched the replay Saturday. I spent my Saturday at the 9-3 machine gun shoot last one up. And I got to say this now. I'm going to try to keep this through. This team, week to week, has been like a porta-john at a construction site. You don't know what's behind that door, but you better damn well be prepared for it. Because I'm just going to say it in one word. I'm not going to try to be so dramatic. Aggression. There's just no sense on either side of the ball of any real aggression. It's like they just...
I don't know. Keytrell was laying the wood a little bit.
Yeah, I would Keytrell, of course. He's pro-man. Let's just go ahead and say what it is. He's pro-man. But, I mean, for the most part, it's just... Even the scheme they run, the 3-3-5, it's not... I mean, is that really an aggressive defense? Defensive team-wise? I mean, can you really say that? Offensively, I mean, we've been saying the same thing. He's playing that brand of tag-your-in football on offense where you get a lead and then, okay, now you got to catch. Instead of putting his foot on the gas, I'm kind of like Steve, man. I'm just to the point where, you I know we're going to talk big picture, but how much more of this are we going to watch? Honestly, we got to really ask ourselves that. I mean, do we really feel like this is going to change? Or is this just going to be the norm for the football team going forward? It's just this fast and aggressive style of play on both sides. And I'm going to let y'all listen out, man. Y'all have a good one, man. Great show.
Dana, I appreciate the call. I mean, that's the big fear.
Yeah.
That's the big fear that it continues to look the same.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you just have to say, like, okay, any team that has a decent run game, we can't beat.
Yeah. I mean, Virginia don't even have a decent run game, though, is the problem. The pass game's really good. I mean, is it? Well, I mean, numbers wise, I mean, it was ranked like number 2, you know.
Who do we got next?
Dylan.
Dylan, fire away, my man. Go ahead, Dylan. Dylan, you there?
Hey, what's going on, fellas? How are you all?
I'm good.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Hey, just had to call in with that caller talking about a killer instinct.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what we're going to have as a coach. I don't know if y'all remember. I think it's 2 seasons ago. Remember whenever Satterfield was complaining and boo-hooing about Kentucky coming in and doing the L's down and stuff, and, oh, it was this or that. That's the kind of stuff we can't have. We need that fiery energy that Bobby had where, you know, the Kentucky players throwing trash cans at us. We're meeting in midfield and doing all that. We got to get back to that, man. And I think it really does rub off on the players. I think Satterfield is a decent coach, but I just think he's the wrong fit for U of L. We need a fiery guy that's going to put butts in the seat, and that's we got to start getting back on Kentucky, guys. You know, I can't say it hurts my soul just to see what they're doing on football right now.
Yeah. Appreciate the call, Dylan.
Well, if you want to feel better, watch Saturday.
Appreciate the call. Listen, y'all.
Make you feel a little better.
Steve started showing me when I was feeling at my worst. Steve Rummage brightened my day by showing me the ESPN predictors. Who do I got right there? Trust me, y'all gonna want to see that. Justin, fire away, my man.
Hey, first time caller. Enjoy you guys' show.
I appreciate it.
I was just wondering if anybody has ever really sat down with this staff and showed them what this university has already accomplished in football, because just by the decisions that I see on the field made, it's like this staff is just trying to win games or trying not to lose them to get us to a point that they think we've never been. Like, we've got BCS bowls. We've been in the top 10. We've beat top 10 opponents. But I don't know, just watching how this coaching staff just makes decisions. And, you know, the players, they're making plays and stuff, but it's like they're being put in situations where they're not trusted or something. I don't know, but it's just painful to watch. And, you know, like this university has just done a lot football-wise. And now you've got the school to the east, you know, they're trying to get to where we've already been. And it's frustrating to see that going on. But I just hope, you know, some decisions, you know, are being made that, you know, it's for the better of the team and how they give effort on the field and stuff. It's just frustrating, you know, to see. But we've done everything. We've won BCS bowls and stuff, and it's like we're not App State where you're trying to get them to their first one. We've already done it, and we need a staff that will take those risks like those previous staff would do. I mean, it's just frustrating to watch.
Listen, Justin, I appreciate the call. Here's the thing. 2 things.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all need to reach out to Mike Bush quick.
Mm-hmm.
Our school needs to reach out to Mike Bush quick. When I'm in the stadium, I need to see his name up on the board.
Yeah.
At the very least. Another thing. I can deal with a coach growing. Right? I can deal with a coach that has to get better. You know what I'm saying? Like I think our fan base has to understand. Again, the Appalachian State move, like I don't want to tag that onto him. You know what I'm saying? I don't expect them to come in here as a Hall of Famer, but I expect, the product to say, okay, we will have a product that can compete with at the highest level.
Yeah.
And it's just not looking like that. Like I said, the glass ceiling is the scary thing. Do I need to take a break? Okay, I'll take a break. Nikki's going to kill me. Quick commercial break. Middays with Marcus Baby. Sorry, callers. With Marcus Baby on 939 The Ville.
When you walk into other jewelry stores and you don't see Henry Dossi, Verragio, Tacori, it's because they cannot carry them. You have to be of status to carry what we carry.
Terry Vanderspay at Genesis Diamonds, talking about handcrafted, top-name bridal designers.
It's amazing to be able to sell this product. I sell it with passion. I sell it with conviction.
Terry's excited because she came from a store where they weren't allowed to sell designer rings, only cheaper knockoffs, including halo rings that wouldn't properly fit around the diamond.
It's like shoving a size 8 foot in a size 6 shoe. It cannot be done. It doesn't look right. It's not going to hold up. She's going to end up losing her diamond. She's going to hit it on something.
Today, Terry is proud to offer only the best, high-quality rings made to last a lifetime.
When I saw the quality and the integrity of these rings and the passion they put in their rings, it's amazing. This is something that she's going to be putting on her hand every day for the rest of her life.
Genesis Diamonds and luxury pre-owned Rolexes.
I want to be proud for her.
Shelbyville Road Plaza.
Louisville men's basketball season tickets are on sale now. Catch the Cards as they hit the hardwood for what's sure to be another exciting season at the KFC Yum Center. Save on single game ticket pricing and enjoy exclusive perks for as little as $18 per game. Marquee matchups include ACC showdowns against Duke, North Carolina, Virginia, and more. Secure your seats today by visiting gocards.com/tickets. Don't miss a second of the action this season with Louisville men's basketball season tickets. L's up and go Cards!
Kentucky has 80,000 miles of roadway. That's a lot of pavement. It's also a lot of looking out for your neighbor. Being a safe driver means yielding to pedestrians and cyclists, especially when turning, stopping for pedestrians at crosswalks, giving bikes safe distance, and always keeping your eyes on the road. Drive safe, Kentucky. A message from the Kentucky Office of Highway Safety.
Looking for insider info, top football picks, and the latest game predictions? Then tune in for The Fine Line with Joe Wiz. Joe looks at the biggest matchups of the week. The Wiz breaks down all the games and helps turn picks into profits. That's The Fine Line with Joe Wiz this weekend.
Listen Saturdays at 10 a.m. right here on ESPN Global 93.9 The Ville. Presented by Bet River Sportsbook, Indiana's hometown sportsbook.
Hey everyone, I'm Brandon Lang. When Matthew McConaughey plays you in a movie, as he did me in 2005's Two for the Money, you have to maintain a certain image. That's hard to do when you're going bald. I needed to do something, and it needed to be done fast. Parsley Waldman's Hair Center came to the rescue. Louisville and the Midwest premier hair treatment center not only gave me my hair back, but my self-confidence as well. Go to hairsurgery.com and find out how you can start your journey back to a full head of hair today. I can tell you firsthand. From the minute you walk in the door to the time you leave, you are treated as if you were in a 5-star hotel. And now that it's been a year since my surgery, I look back at pictures from a couple years ago. I don't even look like the same person. The procedure was an amazing success, and it has totally reframed my face. Go to hairsurgery.com and find out not only how affordable it is, but how you can get your hair back today. Visit hairsurgery.com. That's hairsurgery.com, and tell them Brandon Lang sent you.
Kentucky has 80,000 miles of roadway. That's a lot of pavement. It's also a lot of looking out for your neighbor. Being a safe driver means yielding to pedestrians and cyclists, especially when turning, stopping for pedestrians at crosswalks, giving bikes safe distance, and always keeping your eyes on the road. Drive safe, Kentucky. A message from the Kentucky Office of Highway Safety.
What's up, Louisville? Marshawn Ford here. While preparing for the 2021 season, I came across something that helped me up my cooking game on campus. Not only is it the gettins, but it's all natural, low sodium, has no sugar, no chemicals, or preservatives. It's no secret that when you eat good, you feel good. Dan-O's seasoning has set me up for a damn good season. Yum, yum, get your some. Check them out at danosseasoning.com.
Steve Rummage here from 93.9 The Ville, and I want to tell you about Vitality Wellness and Weight Loss.
Vitality is a safe, effective weight loss program that is tailored to your body. With Vitality, you'll get a personalized food list and supplements based on your needs. Vitality is science-based, and in your first visit, you'll go through a complete body scan and be assigned a personal specialist. In the first week, I was down 16 pounds. So go to vitalitylouisville.com or call 502-442-2117 and let them know you heard about it right here from Steve Rummage and 93.9 The Ville.
If you want the best selection of beer, wine, and spirits, go to Liquor Barn, or better yet, have Liquor Barn bring it to you. Download the Liquor Barn app, visit their website, or just call and let Liquor Barn deliver whatever it is you need to stock the bar. And if it's your birthday month, make sure you visit their website for the Pappy Birthday promotion, where you can get a chance to purchase a bottle of Pappy Van Winkle. Liquor Barn is proud to be the presenting sponsor once again of Ravens football on ESPN Louisville. So whether you're getting ready for the Ravens or your favorite team, have Liquor Barn bring the party to you. Liquor Barn, where Kentuckians go to celebrate life.
Football season is finally here, and Wing Zone is ready for game day. Try our new Game Day to Go special for only $39. It's perfect for a tailgate at the stadium or a watch party at home. Have your wings sauced in any of Wing Zone's 17 delicious flavors. Call ahead to place your order so you don't miss a minute of action. WingZone.com. You got it.
Follow the leader, ESPN Louisville, your home for the college football playoff, NFL, the Final Four, and the best sports talk. Download the ESPN Louisville app today, delivered by UPS Jobs Kentucky.
U of L Health's expertise is now at more hospitals, medical centers, and physician practices, along with Brown Cancer Center and Fraser Rehab, making the impossible possible. That's the power of you. To learn more, visit uoflhealth.org.
Your eyes are unique. The color, the shape, even the way the world appears through them. At Dr. Black's Eye Associates, our approach to eye care is as unique to you as your eyes. For over 30 years, our family of doctors has improved and restored the eyesight of kids and adults across Kentuckiana. Trust your vision to our local specialists. Schedule an appointment today. Call 888-EYE-CARE or visit have2020.com. Dr. Black's Eye Associates. See life clearly.
With all the new people moving here recently, we thought it'd be a good idea to explain Genesis Diamonds. If you've lived here a while, you know all this, so bear with us. Genesis Diamonds is not an ordinary jewelry store. It was started decades ago by a major diamond wholesaler based in Tel Aviv. He was the diamond supplier for hundreds of upscale jewelry stores. Then he decided to start selling direct to the public at prices that undercut traditional jewelers in a big way. This no middleman approach caught on fast and disrupted the traditional jewelry business model forever. Today, Genesis Diamonds continues that extraordinary value promise. With the highest quality diamonds, the lowest prices, the strongest guarantees, exceptional service, and a mind-blowing selection of fine diamonds and exclusive designer jewelry. So if you just moved here from New York or California or wherever, we invite you to discover the secret the locals are well aware of. Genesis Diamonds and luxury pre-owned Rolexes. Just another great reason you made the move to this extraordinary place we're proud to call home. Shelbyville Road Plaza.
Now that sports have officially kicked off, there's only 4 things missing from your playbook. 4 pegs. Looking for great smoked wings? 4 pegs. Looking for juicy barbecue and award-winning chili? 4 pegs. If you're just looking for some cold crab, tap, can, or bottled beer, 4 pegs. And the best part about 4 pegs is it's right around the corner at 1053 Goss Avenue in Germantown. So you better get over there fast because the word is spreading. And while you're over there, be sure to ask about their food truck and other catering services.
Something on your mind? Hit us up on the UPS Jobs text line, 3831 939.
we don't really. We don't want to.
I don't want to do this. I don't
want
to
do this. But it's
this
like
sucks.
It's like now we're in a bye week, so it's like God,
sucks.
You got 2 weeks of this, and I
give
know
up 17-point fourth quarter before a bye week.
I know. I mean, and that's what I'm saying.
Golly.
Like the fans are like, we don't want to do this. Like we and I think the fans wanted to support. I think they did. I mean, and that's what stinks. They do. I mean, they do at a high level, man. And it's just like, man, now you're just kind of like waiting on to play again. And then but at the point you're like, I just don't believe it's going to be anything but what I've already seen from the past, and it's, I mean, Boston College is a good team. You're not going to be favored at home in that game.
Tino the Barber, thanks for joining us on 93.9. What's on your mind?
Fellas, it's not the scheme that I'm mad at. It's not especially defensively. It's the tools you got to run the scheme just don't fit. Like you can't run a 3-4 with 290-pound guys and 260-pound guys. You need 300-pound guys that command a double team to run the 3-4. And you got it. Like if you're gonna be running like a delayed blitz. So if you're running a delayed blitz, you're sending your down lineman, your defensive tackle in to command a double team, so the linebacker can run off the double team, either left or right, off the double team.
Right.
But if you can just block that guy with one man, like, so the other guy just takes the linebacker. Like you can't. If we don't get 300-pound guys up front, this scheme's not gonna work. And as far as the play calling, man, like everybody knows on 2nd and 1, you take a shot or you run a play action pass, man. Like everybody knows that. So and 2, if we got 2nd and 1, if you run it on 2nd and 1, then you might as well go for it. Like just trust in your line and just go for it on 4th down because you don't wasted 2 running plays and you didn't get it. You might as well just go for it that 3rd time, right? Am I crazy for what I'm saying, man?
No, like, we've been watching football for a long time.
For a long time, man. For a long time. And I mean, we ain't no dummies. And I heard Steve say this all the time. The Louisville fan base is one of the smartest fan bases there is. And we know what's up. We know how this game plays. And dude, it really frustrates me that we was told that they're gonna mend the fences or mend up the relationships with the local schools. Like, and it don't seem like that's being done. It really don't seem like that's being done. If there's 3 stars here, we should get them. I mean, hell, we got Marshawn Ford, who was a walk-on, and he's one of our best players. You know what I'm saying? He's right here from the city.
Yeah, and you're not going to be able to get all your talented players as walk-ons.
No, that's what I'm saying. So when there is guys that's in the city, and if you ain't got somebody,
I hope that wasn't the plan. Just anybody that can play locally, just put them on as walk-ons. Just like, yeah, that's not going to work.
I'm just saying. If you need people at every Male, St. X, and Trinity, and Manual. Every school, we need somebody at their games every weekend, every football Friday. Every football Friday, we need coaches going to see them. I don't care who it is. If it's over at Male and all that talent they got over there, I'm the head coach. I'm going there. I'm going there on Friday night. I'm gonna make my way to go over there for at least a half. And I'm going to be dressed up in red and black, and I'm going to be standing in the end zone, and I might sign a few autographs, and I'm going to take some pictures with Sailor Brown and these other dudes that's over there. You know what I'm saying? When Trinity had it rolling, I'm going to be in Trinity's end zone with all that green standing out in red black. Like, come on, man. Like, we just got to do better, man. Like, with the talent, it's talent in your backyard, man. You got to get that talent. You can't let these kids go out of state and up the road, man.
Right.
And, hey, fellas, I appreciate y'all for letting me go.
Listen, appreciate the call. We got our last two callers so we can get Nikki out of here. Is that Justin? Justin, fire away.
Yeah, just some quick numbers on people that don't think that making defense coordinator change wouldn't be for the good. Grantham's last year in 17, we had the 14th ranked defense. Mississippi State had the 110th. The following year, Grantham took that 110th defense of Mississippi State to a top 10 defense just in 1 year. So I think a coaching change for the coordinators, at least I think Court Dennison should be the play caller for the rest of the year, at least. And then we can assess the rest of it at the end of the year. Thank you.
Appreciate the call.
Appreciate it, man.
Terry, thanks for joining us on 93.9. What's on your mind? Terry, you there?
Yeah.
Oh, what's on your mind?
Yes. First of all, I'd like to say I'm sorry what happened to your son team. What happened to Teddy Bridgewater with the interception at the end. They lost because of that.
Oh, thank
you.
you.
It's been a bad weekend.
Right.
But anyway, as far as the fan base, I feel sorry for them because if they think they're going to get players like Kentucky, first of all, with the illegal board and the president with no backup bone, she would have got rid of them. And then on top of that, there's no way she's going to allow the coach like the other coaches we had, because we had Tom Jarrett, and there's no backbone there too. Now, to get to the point,